Hi everyone, Great Power 60. Welcome to Tea with Me Tuesday. Mama's out right now. She should be home any minute. So this is going to be kind of a quick one tonight. Today. Mom's been doing some silly stuff and it's rather comical. The other day we were going out and she got home. We went out. It was a bit cool. We had a sweater on and so on. And we went out. Mom had a bath and she got dressed. I ran the bath because if I ask Mom to take a bath, she won't. So I ran the bath for her and I said, "Your bath's ready." So she went and had a bath and I washed her hair and curled it for her. I didn't videotape it this time. Anyway, so we went out. And when we got home, sometimes she wears like capris and a little shirt in the house, around the house when she's cleaning and doing stuff. But when she goes out, she changes. Anyway, and she won't wear what she's wearing in the house. To her, that's grubby clothes. So lately she's been going to bed with her clothes on. Well, her in-house clothes. And so I wanted to make sure that she wore a nice clean nightgown because she had had a bath earlier in the day. So anyway, I put her nightgown out for her and everything else. Well, this morning I got up. Anyway, before that. So she was getting undressed and she was halfway down taking her pants off, her long pants that she wore out. And she had another pair of pants underneath. I don't know what she was thinking. I said, "Mom, how come you got two pair of pants on?" She said, "That's the way it's supposed to be." Oh, Mom, that was so comical. Many times, if I put her nightgown out, and I'd say, and sometimes she'll put her nightgown under her pillow, and she hides her purse everywhere. She hides it under her pillow. The other day, I went in to see her. I don't know why she's paranoid. I went to see her, and she was in bed, and I saw she had her clothes on, and I went to pull the covers off, and she grabbed it, and I noticed in the corner of my eye, her purse was under her blankets. She didn't want me to see where it was, so I think she got up after and hid it somewhere else. Because sometimes when we go out, she can't find her purse. Well, it's because she's hidden it. And there are a few places I look that I find it, but no, Mom, she's so comical sometimes, but so appreciative when I do her hair and, I get her bath ready and I put some nice bath salts in it and I give her this Aveeno scrub that is supposed to moisten her skin. So she does, because she has very dry skin, and Mom's lost so much weight. It's almost like she's, anorexic, but I'm trying to fatten her up. She ate well today, so that is a good thing. But anyway, I'm editing a video here, and I thought I'd come on really quickly and chat with you about different things. And I was preparing a meal in the kitchen. I was preparing for tomorrow. And sometimes I just cook like half of a package, and I said, you know what, I'm going to cook the whole box of chicken. Oh, there goes the oven telling me it's hot. I'll cook half of it, and then, it gets lost in the stuff. So I decided I'm going to cook all of it. I can refreeze it once it's cooked, or I can, make a couple of meals over a day or two. So anyway, we're going to have honey garlic chicken, white chicken balls or whatever, and mashed potatoes and stuff tomorrow. So I'm going to hope she's going to enjoy that. But anyway, Mom sometimes makes me laugh so much. When I was getting the food prepared in the kitchen, I was thinking to myself, as I was putting the foil, because I always put foil I don't always use parchment paper because I use it in my crafts. So I put foil down on the pan so that I could put the chicken on there to put it in the oven. And I looked at it, and I flipped it over, and I flipped it back, and I flipped it over, and then I said to myself, okay, shiny side up or shiny side down? So didn't I have to come to the Google and look it up? So what do you guys think? When you're cooking, what do you do? If you're just putting it in a pan, or if you're, say, wrapping potatoes to put in the oven, or if you're wrapping up, if you're camping and you're wrapping up corn or some food and you're putting it on the fire, shiny side up or down, in or out, same thing, up or down, in or out. What do you think? Well, of course, I have to go and check it out. I Googled it, and the Reynolds company said, guess, shiny side should always be towards the food. So if you're putting it in a pan, the shiny side should be with the food. If you're wrapping it, shiny side should be in with the food. I didn't know that, but I remember hearing that, but I forgot which side. So anyway, I'm having a very busy day. I'm just putting up a video here for my project share. I'm getting that all fixed up. Mom's gone. Mom went to church with my sister-in-law and my brother, and I decided to stay home because I wanted to get a few things done while Mom was away, and I don't want to stay up late anymore. My gosh, I was up really late the other night. Mama Loves Gigi. She never goes live. She went live. I was just going to bed at 3 o'clock, and here she's on live, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there was like 30 people. We're all night owls. Us crafters. I think it was Nurse Tara said, our craftiest idea, something to this effect, I'm paraphrasing, is between 2 and 5 a.m. And it's probably true of a lot of us. But anyway, so the foil side towards the food. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. And Mom, she had me in stitches. Sometimes she gets a little nasty with me. It's not, she doesn't mean to, and it's not a big deal. And I've kind of gotten used to it. And I don't know if I mentioned it before in my last video or not. I don't know, but my daughter had mentioned that Nanny can be nasty to you, Mom. It's okay. It's okay. I think back now to her mother. My mom's mom had no education. She couldn't read or write. She learned to write her, and she used to put an X beside her name on everything, and for many, many years. And then she finally learned to write her name. And when she finally learned to write her name, that was about all the education she ever had. She had a very hard life. Apparently, my grandfather had been to war, came back, and of course was nasty. He would drink. Never hit the kids, never. Mom was saying 7 kids, 6 kids, whatever there were. Never touched the kids. She only had my uncle and my mom and her sisters. And occasionally he could be nasty to her, and she left him, which was right to do that, definitely. But she had a hard life. And towards the end of her life, I would say in the last 20 years, oh, something's done. Good. In the last 20 years, she could be sweet as pie, and she could be wicked as hell. I mean, wicked, cruel in her words. And I don't think she realized it. But you know what? Sometimes when people lash out, it's not only the thing they're lashing out at. Sometimes they're lashing out because they have issues and so on, and that's, you know, too bad. It's sad, but I've done it. I mean, not meaning to, but I've had bad things go on at work when I was younger. Bad things go on at work, bad things go on at work. And then, you know, come home and my son would say something or do something and I would burst. And it's not a matter of, it wasn't him. And later on, I would tell him, you know, I had a really bad day. I apologize. I didn't mean to yell at you, and so on and so forth. You know, you have to let kids know. But I couldn't help it. I don't think I have that wicked. Maybe I will. Maybe when I get older, maybe I'll have that little wicked side of me that'll come out and snap at people. You know, maybe I'll be tired. Maybe I'll be sore. Maybe I'll have dementia or Alzheimer's, and maybe I'll be, you know, cranky and snap at people, you know. Right now, I find what I do is I tend to giggle. Oop, I have to go for a minute. So I just went and heated up my tea again. Mom just got home. My sister-in-law and my brother took her to church, and then after church, they went to Tim Hortons for a coffee and, you know, snack, donuts or something. So Mom is exhausted. She enjoys their company, but she really wants me to be with her all the time. So anyway, to finish off, what was I talking about? I don't remember. So it's been pretty crazy in my room. I'm trying to get everything kind of organized. I'm trying to get into my crafting. And just, you know, life. Not today. Sunday was the first day of the new season for my daughter and her husband to play indoor hockey. So it was our first day to go and watch the kids. And they were going to come here. And then our oldest Aiden had asked if they could go to the gym. I said, sure, we'll go to the gym, you know. And I think they had planned on playing in the park. Right beside the building, they have sort of a little playground area. I've taken videos of them, posted them, and so on. It's gone. They've taken down everything: the slide, the swings, the little house, the little riding things that go back and forth on those big springs. It's all gone. There's nothing but sand there. So they were a little disappointed. So they said, well, I guess we'll have to make up our own games. So we made up a couple of games. We played Red Rover. No, we didn't play Red Rover. What time is it, Mr. Wolf? Which was a lot of fun. And then Aiden, I guess, had played a game at school in one of maybe gym or one of the activities for his class and so on. So he got the boys. I took video of that. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. The little one there, you know, he has two big brothers that just love him so much, and they take such good care of him. They are very good boys. I am very, very fortunate that my daughter has wonderful, wonderful boys, and my son has wonderful, wonderful kids. There's no brats, you know what I mean? I've seen kids just throw temper tantrums. I mean, maybe they do when I'm not around. But as far as I know, they're beautiful boys, and I'm so very proud of them. And It's funny, I never wanted girls. I never craved for girls. I never really, you know, never even thought about it. Our first boy was born, and the second boy was born. I didn't know we were going to have a third. My daughter, I didn't. She waited, I think, a year or two longer than they had planned. So we've got the 12, 10, and 5. And I think she wanted them like 2 years apart. But anyway, it was a long decision before she had her last one. And my son's little fella, 8. I cannot believe it. I keep looking at him like he's 5. For 3 years, I've been saying he's 5. It's funny. It's funny how life is. But Mom's gone to bed now. She's very, very exhausted. We had a busy day today, and she's pretty exhausted. So anyway, there's not much else going on. Let me think. I can't think of a darn thing. There was nothing else that I wanted to talk about. If there's anything special you guys want to talk about, just leave it in the comments below and we'll chat. I got a message from my ex-husband who asked me if I had any pictures of Germany. We were in Germany for 2.5 years. Of course, I have them all, right? When he left, he didn't take any of them. But we have a couple of good friends that we had that he's hooked up with again when we were living there. Anyway, I told him, I said, you can have them all. I think what I'll do is scan the ones I want, the ones that are really important to me. But they're not. I mean, they were great memories, and I love looking back on when I was like a tiny little 102 pounds, which I was for many, many years. I was always tiny. But he can have those. I don't need them. I have my memories. They were good. We had good time. We were married 13 years, and I would say that 11 of those years were really, really good. I would say that the first was crap and the last was crap. It was hard getting used to each other. We had only known each other for 3 months. Oh my God, can you believe that? I'm telling you these things. Fell madly in love. Got married on the 12th of July. On the 1st of August, he had to go to Germany. He was posted there when we were courting and when we were dating and whatever you want to call it. Got engaged and got married. But I had to wait until there was accommodations for me. So I didn't go over until November. So that's August, September, October, November, 4 months. So he was gone longer than I had known him. So when I went over there, it was like a stranger. And it was my first Christmas away from home, and I cried like a baby, and he promised me we would never, ever, ever be alone at Christmas again. And we never were. I mean, once we had kids, but we always went to one of our parents' places for Christmas. The following year, we went to his grandmother's for Christmas, and it was wonderful. And the following year, we went to a friend's place, because by that time I had gotten to know a lot of people. I'd been working and so on and so forth. But so we were married in 1970, 71. Oh my God, see, I can't remember. And my daughter was born in 77. So it took us a long time to get her. So she was my miracle baby. And then my daughter was 4. She had just turned 4. And we adopted my son because it seemed like, it was going to take forever to have another baby. And I just didn't want her to be an only child. So we had 2. So we got my son. And my son was a newborn, practically a newborn, when we adopted him. And we walked into that room, and my daughter said, "Oh, my baby brother." I mean, she was just so excited to have him. "Oh, my baby brother." And grabbed him first. And that was it. There was no way that we were going to ever give that child up. Then my husband got to hold him. And then I finally got to hold him. It was the most beautiful baby. Beautiful baby. And he's still a handsome. He still looks young for his age. He looks like, he's 39, and he looks like he's 23. I mean, he's always, even when he was in his 20s, he looked like he was 16. He just had that handsome young face. But anyway, I'm bragging about my children, and can't help it. My channel, I guess I could do that. Anyway, guys, I am going to let you go for now. Thank you so much for joining me and letting me kind of babble on, talk about mom, talk about my family, talk about silly things. Don't forget, foil, shiny side to the food. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.